The Crocodile. Leo had to cross the marsh to get to school. In winter, the rains raised the water so high that it became flush with the old boardwalk, and even fully submerged it by a few centimeters in some areas. He resented this because his mom made him wear his gumboots to school. The gumboots looked stupid, an unforgivable offense. So, Leo would stuff his canvas sneakers into his backpack and then swap shoes once he had crossed the marsh. He'd hide the ugly yellow boots in the reeds at the end of the boardwalk, changing back into them on his journey home. He learned quickly to store them upside down, so they didn't bucket up with water if it rained during the day. Hidden as they were from the eyes of his classmates by the long fanning fingers of the reeds, they were put into the view of something else. Nestled beneath the boardwalk at the water's edge, the yellow boots were made clearly visible to the crocodile. One afternoon, following a long morning of rain, Leo returned to his hiding place and found it empty. His ugly yellow boots were gone. Had the rain swelled the marsh into a river while he was in class and washed the awful boots away? His eyes scanned the grey water, while already his mind fumbled to invent a story to tell his mother, some explanation for the missing gumboots, any old tale that didn't involve the truth. And then he saw it, a spot of yellow atop the bog, his gumboots, positioned neatly on a long floating log in the middle of the marsh. With no mind for the cold, Leo stripped off his sneakers and socks and left them safely with his book bag on the boardwalk. He hopped down, plunging waist deep into the icy water, soaking his shorts and the hem of his shirt. No matter, the wooden planks were slimy in the winter. He decided he would tell his mother he had fallen off the boardwalk. He rehearsed his story in his head as he waded through the murky water, algae and roots tangling with his toes. His mother would surely pity him for his misadventure. She would run him a bath and kiss him on the head and wrap him up in blankets before the fire with a cup of hot cocoa to warm his hands and belly. He smiled as he pictured it, the stinking bog seeming to melt away around him at the warmth of his imagined future. But that is all it was, an imagined future, a probable one, to be sure, but imagined all the same. The bog only seemed to melt away, for seeming and being are separate things entirely. Around Leo, the marsh remained, and between him and the safety of the boardwalk, there were now a good few meters of sluggish water. But the gumboots, gleaming yellow like a pair of mine canaries perched on a branch, were now just an arm's length away from him. He needed only to reach out and grab them. How had they come to be perched upon this log, he now wondered. He had acted on impulse to retrieve them and had not spared a moment to think before he plunged into the murky waters. How had Leo's socks and sneakers come to rest beside his book bag on the boardwalk? The police would ask in the days following his disappearance. They found his yellow gumboots floating downstream too. His poor dear mother swore up and down that he had left for school in the morning in his yellow gumboots, while his teachers and classmates were all just as certain he had walked through his last day among them in a pair of canvas sneakers. Leo, and the crocodile too, were never found. They remain hidden away, somewhere between the reeds, like truth so often is.